Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online and check out the new ship I bought and fit with a very specific purpose in mind. It's a Lachesis, so the reason that I bought it, you can probably tell, is because it's immune to descan, so you can't see it, and I'm actually struggling a little bit with everything that was present in the system there to get everything on the descan. But yeah, I bought this ship with the thing you're seeing right here in mind. I want to use the descan immunity as an advantage to do relic and data sites in wormhole space and stay undetected even as I'm running the site. I actually feel that this is going to be a very big advantage, and this was my very first test trying it out in this ship. Now, I did fit it a little bit like a brawler, so I do feel that it could still defend itself against anything that's a lower class. So frigates and destroyers, I actually think that I should be able to handle those. Now, if I run into a tick tree, it's going to be all about trying to escape those. But the really fun part is right here. You can see I'm in J223348. There was a lot of signatures here, and one of the first ones that I found was a Sancha relic site. So I could just come in here, start doing the site, and I was just hoping that as long as nobody spotted me right during the scan, then I should be completely safe. If they do spot me during the scan, let's just hope that their first thought is not, oh, this is probably a descan immune ship. Let's go and check out the relic site if they've like bookmarked it beforehand or something like that. But yeah, I'm actually running this site, and if anyone else is in the system or jumps in the system now, does the descan or hits the descan button, they've got no idea that I'm actually running the site here at the moment. And you can also see there's actually been quite a while since I did any of the hacking like this, so it was all about getting reacquainted with the hacking. I did it decently slowly, but I also kept a close eye on the descan, and so all of this is running really nicely. About the fitting, so obviously I've got a relic and a data analyzer. I think data sites in wormhole space can still be pretty good, although the relic side of course tend to be far superior. Then for the PvP, I have just a little bit of tank, so I've got something, an energized membrane to plug the explosive hole. Then I've got the medium ancillary armor repair, so that should allow me to stay alive even if like a tick tree destroyer would come in with a lot of DPS. And then I've chosen for a whip and a scram. The scram has a longer range because of the ship bonuses. That's always welcome. I do think that I should be able to do an orbit at like 10 kilometers or just inside of that, and then still be able to both whip and scram my target, staying out of their scram range. That's actually very important. And then of course the ship is actually bonused for sensor dampening, so I fit 2 of those right there. May need to add some scripts, but then for the DPS I've got 3 blasters with void ammo and 5 medium drones. So I think that this should allow me, as I've said, to handle anything smaller than the cruiser. Since the target is C1 to C3, the aim for the ship is really to stay invisible as much as possible and run these sites in as much safety as possible. I think it's gonna work out pretty nicely. One thing that I'm not sure though, this is a decently expensive ship. I think like 230 million or something like that, all fit everything together, so that is something to keep in mind. And I'm not sure, depending on how active people are actually hunting for these types of ships, it could take a long time before this will actually pay itself off. So what I'm planning to do at the moment is actually make a bit of extra money, make sure that I've got a second one ready just in case I lose it, and then just go out there and use this Lachesis to try and get that extra money from those juicy relic sites in wormhole space. The big advantage is these can be really good money and you don't have to do any rats, so it's not like you're gonna leave behind wrecks for other people to find on their descan. This is being run in pretty much an invisible way, except for, of course, the probing beforehand. When you've got the probes out, they do know that there is something happening in the system, but once you find the site, you warp there, you start doing it. All of this is done completely invisibly from anyone descanning the system at the moment. I think that's really cool. It took me a while to actually decide to go for this concept, but what tended to happen at the end of my stay in a C1 wormhole was that I was caught in my exploration frigate several times by a dictor, so a bubble, and then someone else coming in, usually with a destroyer, so something like a catalyst or maybe a trasher, stuff like that. Is what they tend to complement with a bubble trap, and then of course I would be in big trouble in a frigate. But I think that this could actually defend itself, could actually take on a destroyer-sized dictor, and maybe even tank a second ship at the same time, as long as it's not too big. So there we go. This is actually the final hack right there. Money-wise, not that great, just a few million. But I think it was a very successful test. I actually felt quite at ease once I got everything running. Of course, you still have to do your homework about the system, you know, check it out a little bit before starting the probes, do a full D-scan of the entire system, check it out on the kill boards as well to see if there's regular activity there. But once you've spotted a system like this with a lot of signatures and not a lot of activity, I think that this could really be the ship to, or this class of ship could be the class of ship to run these relic sites. So anyway, there you go, guys. Successful test. I jump back out here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.